Yes, once again, I'm asking you not to make New Year's resolutions, and in this video, I'm going to explain why and what you should be doing instead. So grab yourself some hot chocolate, get cozy, and let's go. Hi, my name is Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, and I hope you had the most wonderful, joyous Christmas. I did. Despite the circumstances, and by that, of course, many of you know, and I'm sure you're experiencing too, this time of year is a bit of a struggle when you are missing someone you love. And I feel that too, of course. In spite of that, I do hope you manage to find some peace and joy in this Christmas season. Okay, so now it's Happy New Year. These years are rolling along, are they not? Happy 2024. This is a time when many people, because of course I feel this too, you clear away the Christmas decorations, which I haven't done yet, and I don't do it until the 6th of January. Incidentally, what do you think of my magnificent stag? I think he might just stay there all through the winter. We'll see. So there's this need or feel for something new. And if you feel like that and you make resolutions and manage to stick to them, my hat goes off to you. For the rest of us, I want to explain why I'm not in favour of New Year's resolutions, because I think the winter season is the wrong time to make resolutions, to make big decisions, or to try to affect change. Let me explain why I feel that. Certainly, as much as I love winter, and I tell you all the time, I absolutely love winter, you know, this idea of cozying up and drinking hot chocolate, it's just... Oh yes, I do have that kind of romantic notion of winter, I know that. But you can create that, and we'll come to that maybe in next week's or the next video. Incidentally, although I like the idea of having a nice cup of hot chocolate, I have never found a make of hot chocolate that tastes as good as I expect it to. If you know of one that isn't too sweet, but that gives you that lovely, lovely winter hot chocolate cozy feeling, tell me about it in the comments box below. I'm desperately searching for a nice hot chocolate. Okay, I digress. Okay, so whilst you're drinking your cup of hot cocoa, I'll explain to you. Many people at this time of year suffer from SAD, which is seasonal affective disorder, and some people suffer from it very badly. If that's you, you need to get help. You need to see your caregiver, your doctor, and get help. But you may suffer from this even at a low level. Again, this is because of reduced light. The reduced light because the days are shorter and darker. Now, it's been dark here in the UK for the last couple of weeks. Even I felt it. That miserable, dark, rainy days. In fact, you know what I did to try to get myself out of that feeling that comes along with that? I bought myself a red trouser suit. Now, you know, if you watch me, I'm a neutral kind of gal. However, if you saw I'll leave a link to it down below. If you saw my greetings to you on the community page, then you will see I was wearing a red jacket. Well, that was actually New Year's Eve lunchtime, which we were celebrating with our son Josh, because it's his birthday on New Year's Eve. I know, who gives birth on New Year's Eve? So, but I wanted to introduce a bit of colour because that's how I felt, and you know, it worked wonders. So before I even go on to next week, where I'm going to tell you what you should be doing, what you could be doing differently, then I would say buy something to wear that's brightly coloured. It really did cheer me up. How I looked in it, of course, is another matter, but who cares? So this seasonal affective disorder then, of course, there are light lamps that you can use, but this reduced sunlight messes about with our circadian rhythms, of course. Well, it's not the reduced sunlight, it's our lives that mess about with our circadian rhythms. But potentially this affects mood and cognitive function, which influences, possibly negatively influences, your decision-making capabilities. That's important. Some people also notice finding it difficult to maintain focus and clarity at this time of year, in the deep winter time, when it's darker and colder and the days are shorter. The second thing is hibernation. This is me, this is just me. I mean, do you notice feeling a little bit more tired than you might normally be at this time of year? Maybe you feel more tired and have never tied the two things together, that it actually is this time of year that's making you a little bit more sleepy than you would normally be. The urge to sleep more during the winter months is very common, and again, mostly due to the reduction of daylight hours. As I say, the less light affects your circadian clock and makes you want to sleep more. Now, we talked about this when we talked about getting a good night's sleep. About trying to work with nature as opposed to against it, this idea of sleeping when it's dark and waking up early in the morning when it's light. But this affecting you, wanting you to sleep more, is not a good mindset for setting goals or trying to achieve them. And this leads on to reduced energy levels. I'm sure you feel this. I feel this. I mean, our tendency to stay indoors is possibly a great deal to do with this. During colder weather, we're less likely to want to go outside, which means we're less likely to engage in physical activity, which leads on to lower energy levels, even lethargy. Dealing with change, making decisions, requires energy and clarity, which is compromised at this time of year for many of us, if not most of us. And of course, a very practical thing is we have a limited access to resources, so winter weather can cause all kinds of logistical challenges, from transport difficulties to totally disrupting your schedule and your plans. Now, I have talked before about when we lived in the family home up on the moors, we were snowed in very often. So that meant abandoning any plans that we may have had at all for sometimes a week at a time, and that happened more than once over the winter season. Here at the moment it's floods, it's the rain. All around us, we're not affected by it, but all around us is suffering from flooding at the moment, which is causing havoc. And so that's just a practical, the limited access to resources is just one practical thing. So setting big goals or decisions, making changes at this time of year is unwise because of the impact of all of the things I've talked about, the seasonal factors. This season is telling you to embrace slowing down, stay home, self-care, indulge in self-care, and soften your way into the new year. Rest and reflect on the year gone by, and also reflect about the way you would like 2024 to look, who you would like to be in 24, all of those things. Get your pen out, do some journaling, but don't make any hard and fast decisions or resolutions. And we'll talk about when and how you should do that in the next video. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe. Then I can continue this year making videos like this one, and hit the like button. Of course, if you like it, and leave me any comments down below. I would really appreciate that. Okay, I'll see you next time. Until then, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we're getting happy, living longer, and growing younger. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.